Hey y'all, hey. It's Ayana Sade. Oh my gosh, today it is Sunday at Yayas House. And I want to talk about winter rest as ritual. Oh my goodness, I just had the bombest sleep ever. So excuse my groggy voice. But yeah, like I feel like for the longest time, I looked like I have a very unpopular opinion, right? So this is what it is. For the longest time, I really thought that I had like winter depression, or seasonal depression, which, like I feel like language is so important and I'm so careful about what I self-diagnose and also the language I use around it. And so years ago, I started to treat winter like it was a hibernation, like it was an opportunity to like go in and rest. And so today, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about winter rest as ritual and just like the gems that, are hidden in winter. I am not a winter girly. I lived in a tropical area for a while, specifically because I really was not interested in dealing with the very, very cold, harsh winter. And I remember being a little girl and being in the snow at the bus stop and being like, what is this? Why is this? Whose idea is this? Is this? And I remember I was like young, because I'm all philosophical and shit. Like, excuse me, I don't know, I'm a lot of cuss on here, but so I'm all philosophical and I'm all like, this feels more like hell. Like, I feel like hell is cold. Like, I had some very strong opinions about winter. And so, yeah, today I just want to kind of like chop it up with y'all and just like check on y'all and also hear what are y'all remedies? How are y'all getting through the winter? Okay, so I have some little notes. So yeah, this is a season of slow and methodical, and it feels like an opportunity to like, instead of doing super large like going out things, events and stuff like that, as someone who is always curating experiences, I'm interested in a one-on-one. I'm interested in, you want to come over? I can make us some chai. You want to come over? I just made this bomb ass soup. You want to come over? I want to, you know what I mean? Like, that is what I'm doing, okay? I'm also going to talk about what I'm not doing, and that's coming up next as well. Also, a way that I've been like coping with this season, because I also feel like this is a season where a lot of people feel like they could be dealing with seasonal depression because this is where everything is so slow. Everything that you didn't get an opportunity to grieve in the top of the year, or in the last year, in the past year, in the past seasons. So whatever craziness happened in the summertime, whatever craziness happened in the spring, it comes back, and now you're dealing with all of the things that you forgot about, that you didn't have, that you didn't deal with, that you didn't maybe have the time to process. And like, some people are like, I know for me, I can be like slow to feel away. You know what I mean? Like, typically I will fix the problem and then take my time to like grieve through whatever is happening. You know what I mean? Later. And so a lot of times, because everything is so slow, because the super extreme height of the holidays and what that energy brings, you know what I mean? It gives us the opportunity to really be with what is and what ain't, what has died, what has left, what we have released, what we have kicked out, whatever, what we have cut off. And so now we're like, damn, dealing with like what that actually is and what that actually means. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. So yeah, for me, like I like am a big believer in spiritual baths. Like, I think just a spiritual bath is everything. And like, it's so funny because I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, and she was like, I'm like a bath girly, and she's, going through life, and life always has its changes. And she was like, girl, when I tell you I'm in a bath all the time trying to get through, this, and I think about you all the time because I was not a bath person and now I am. And like, I really understand the importance of taking a bath. And I'm like, girl, I know. And so like, yeah, I had taught a class last spring about spiritual hygiene. It was called Spiritual Hygiene for creatives, visionaries, and leaders. And we talked about spiritual baths as a means to take care of our spirits. Because, bro, we are literally auric fields. Well, not to get too science, but, you know, we're very much so sponges. And so we hold on to all these things that we carry throughout the day. So it really does affect us when we're in the wrong spaces. It really does affect us when we're in harsh work environments. It affects our home life. It really does affect us when we're in a relationship with people that we really shouldn't be in relationship with, or they shouldn't have such close access to us. It really does affect us when we're not eating the right things, but that's more so about the internal. And so like, it's kind of like our responsibility. It is our responsibility to take care of our bodies, to take care of ourselves, and take care of the things that it's only for us to take care of. So this is a season of grief. This is the season of a lot of things being dead and dying. This is a season of celebration that we made it through yet another year. I don't know about y'all, but 2025 was something else. 2024 was something else. And so to roll right into 2025, like, I don't know if y'all remember, but I got into that really, really, really bad car accident at the end of 2024. Like total, I was not the driver, but the car was total. It was pretty scary. I had some like minor, thank God, you know, thank the divine, thank Orisha, thank everyone, but that I thank my ancestors, that, you know, there was no real like physical harm for real, like no true, but I did have some minor like things that I'm still kind of working through, and that was like a whole year ago. Some real minor things, but I didn't lose my life, and I lost that car. That car was totaled. There was no coming back, okay? And so, yeah, okay, so I have some notes on like how I plan to care for myself and what I've been doing so far, because I started winter. This season wasn't super holiday for me, which is surprising because I wasn't expecting that. But this year I didn't really do a big Christmas. I didn't do a big thing. So I feel like because of that, it jump-started my seasonal sadness. It jump-started the grief. It jump-started the things that I like lost in the summer and the spring and the autumn. Me remembering and dealing with that. So I had to like process that through like Thanksgiving, and my family celebrates Umoja Karamu. So it also started to process through Christmas and Kwanzaa and that whole celebration era. So I really like, oh wow, I had to like remind myself that I've been through this and I can do it again. And so I do feel a certain level of joy, a certain level of like a solemn melancholy. I don't know how to say that word. I'm seeing it, but I feel like I know what I'm saying. Anyway, like, yeah, so instead of me throwing like huge potlucks and like huge this, huge that, like I said previously, I'm really, really into one-on-ones. You know what I mean? I've been really, really into one-on-ones. I've been really, really into, even before one-on-ones, taking care of my household, taking care of my child, really being present, watching movies that maybe he hasn't watched, letting him lead the way and lead conversations. We went to the bookstore, you know what I mean, yesterday. I've been painting and I've been getting ready to like do some art, you know what I mean? Getting crafty, okay? And yeah, like my one-on-ones like include like, I can make you a very special oatmeal that feels like more like a dessert, you know? And we can have some like dessert breakfast and some tea, and we can just listen to some music and burn some incense, which is my favorite. I love burning incense. Oh. Those who know, those who ever sat with me in the salon or have ever been to any of my events will say that it has a smell, okay? Because smell good is like definitely a way to take care of your mental health. Okay, so yes, I will be looking at my notes. But yeah, I will be taking it slow. I can tell you what I won't be doing. Let's get into that. Because what a sacred no is going to be honored. I've been hitting folks with the no, and it's been feeling very nice. So, like, this is a great time to set boundaries. Baby, you know what you have the capacity for. Honor it. I know I don't got the capacity for a goddamn thing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the owner of Yayas Haus Beauty and Spiritual Wellness Studio. I'm also an artist. That is my main responsibility. Besides me and my kid, myself, my kid, my business, and I don't have a lot of energy because ain't no sun. Ain't no sun, okay? So, baby, it's probably going to be a no. If you invite me somewhere, it's probably going to be a no. I'm not against you coming over unless I don't know you like that. But it's probably going to be a no for me. I'm not very interested in going out into this unless it's something that I really want to do. I may go to a birthday dinner here and there. And even then, like, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money right now. This is not the season to just be throwing out money. It ain't. We are in winter. We need to hold on to our monies. We need to be mindful. We need to be thinking about, like, how can I take better care of myself from the inside? So that's the things that I will be investing in, or I have invested in. Like, I do want to get more vitamins. I have some skincare stuff that's on the way, because you got to take care of the things that you got to take care of. I'll be buying probably more records. But as far as like eating out, baby, we got food at home. Mama can cook, okay? I will be souping it down. I have everything that I need inside of this house, and I have grocery money. Okay, so I will not be outside really eating a whole lot. I might order a pizza here and there. But honestly, I'm trying to like be mindful of my intake of dairy, because I find that dairy kind of puts me on a mood. It can put me in a mood swing when I have too much of it. And so I'll be mindful of that. Also, it makes my skin act weird. It makes my my body acts weird when I have dairy in my system. So I'm always just mindful of that. Another thing that I will not be doing, I'm not starting no new gym regimens right now. I'm not doing no super harsh 4-day a week, 5-day a week. Now, I will be maintaining. That means I'll be going for walks. I might go on a here and there date at the gym with my gym girlies that love the gym. I might go once a week with them. I'm not starting no new gym regimen. Not doing it. I'm not. I'll do a little slow yoga. I will go for a walk. I'll take a long walk, have my jacket on, you know what I mean? Properly dressed for that. What else did I say here? Yeah, I'm just not doing a whole lot of extra stuff. I said a lot of the things I have written down here. I'm not throwing a whole lot of events right now. So, you know, all the things will come back in spring, summer, fall, as usual, which I've kind of already been doing that. But this year I'm really committing it to it, because this will probably be like my 3rd or 4th winter since being back stateside of really not playing with the winter. Like, I don't play at all. Taking long naps. If I feel tired, bro, I'm taking a nap. And it's so funny, when I was in hair school, they used to always tease me because they would take cigarette breaks and I would be taking naps. And the way I'd be freak out in like 3 minutes and be like knocked out for 10 and really be knocked out while everyone's outside smoking a cigarette, I'm waking up like, hey guys, what's up? Like, and anyone who went to hair school with me can vouch for that season of my life. Because I was also like, I would go from hair school, then I would be in plays, and I had a band. I was in a band at the time, so I would have rehearsal. So every day, that was doing West African dance. So every day, Yana had an activity. I'm Yana, that's me. Yana had an activity every single day. And so after hair school, I was like, I needed to take my rest. And I think like we need to look at winter as like a long extended nap, as hibernation. Take a nap. Okay, take a nap. Okay, this is the last thing. I wanted to go back to what I said in the beginning. I'm very, very careful with the language that I use. And I'm very, very careful with the language I use surrounding me. Okay, I'm very much so big in affirmations and very much so big in, yeah, I'm not. So I try to be mindful of not self-diagnosing without the opportunity to explore what's actually happening with me. How am I feeling? How can I maybe use herbs or the earth or rest or crying? People won't be crying a lot. And it's okay. Cry, journal. You know what I mean? Like I said, it is nice to walk. I'm not telling nobody to go run anywhere because I'm not doing that. So yeah, like being mindful of not so overly, like I feel like we're in this trend, a season of like over diagnosing everything and everyone and ourselves, and means that we're going to sometimes over medicate. And I'm always just like, be very careful with that, because we do realize that, you know, a lot of these big pharma, you know, big people have opportunities to make money off of our sorrow. And sometimes you could just take some St. John's wort. Sometimes you actually just needed a nap. Sometimes, sis, you was PMSing. Sometimes the food that you eat when you PMSing makes you have more PMS. You know what I'm trying to say? And so I think, like, take this as an opportunity to get to know yourself better. Take this as an opportunity to get deeper into your relationships, to get into your flow, your natural flow, so that it's easier to hold a boundary. And yeah, that's everything. So that's it for Sundays at Yayas House. Thank you for listening. Oh, and let me know in the comments, what are some things that I missed? What are some things that you're using to get through winter? What are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you eating? What y'all eating? I want to know. I want to know what y'all snacking on. I'm going to try to make the vegan version. Okay. All right. That's it. Bye.